Okay, so I didn't film anything after I had that issue yesterday, so quick update. Made it to Pueblo last night. I was only broke down alongside the road for maybe like 2 minutes. Good Samaritan stopped by. Literally, the guy was back in like 15 minutes with a trailer. He pulled me in to Pueblo. My sister's bike, everything's good with it. I got in last night, started making a bunch of phone calls. I'd already checked with some dealerships. Today's Sunday. Earliest anybody get me anything is Wednesday, maybe Thursday. Looks like I'm gonna have a pump maybe by Tuesday. We're still trying to confirm that, maybe get one before then, but the fuel pump on this thing is done. So I'm over here in a shady spot right now. We're gonna have a little impromptu back in the garage session to go ahead and pull the pump out of the bike. Go ahead and take a look at the filter and everything. Probably not much I can do to it today. I'm just gonna have to wait on a new pump kit, so we'll be stuck here a couple days, but oh well, we'll figure it out. Okay, so I got my tool roll out here from Cruise Tools, plus a couple of KTM tools. Got my Leatherman, should have everything I need. And when I was talking about the pump earlier, if that's a little confusing, it's because I'm getting an aftermarket one delivered here by Tuesday, not an OEM. I'll take whatever I can get at this point. So first thing I got to do, I got to pull the left side crash bar off, just a few bolts. And then once that's off, it should allow me to get to the fuel pump and drop it. Also need to loosen up the fuel lines and drain some fuel out of there first though. So I just turned the petcock off on the left-hand side there, and just draining this hose out. Unfortunately, I can only get a 2-gallon can, so it's going to take a little while. Okay, so I got the one side of the tank drain. I don't have that petcock all the way opened up because I just needed to hit that funnel. We're going to let that drain out, and then we'll get this crash bar taken off. All right, so I got the tank drain. Next up, take this crash bar off. We got 4 bolts there, 2 Allens in the front. Drop this off of here and then we can finally get to the fuel pump. Oh yeah, I almost forgot. I got this big giant one here I gotta pull out too. Don't call the EPA on me. Anyway, I just realized I don't have that size Allen that I need to get that out. I gotta run to the parts store anyway, go get some parts cleaner, dielectric grease. I might have some dielectric grease, I gotta look, so I can get this bar off. I've dropped the pump. There's just not enough clearance with this crash bar still mounted on here, so I'll run over to the parts store, get what I need, and then come back and finish pulling this thing out. Yeah, I know I'm gonna catch crap for riding around in shorts and a t-shirt, but went a whole 2 miles down the road. Need to pick up a couple of things from Advance. Missing a tool. And gonna ride back to the hotel and finish disassembling my 1290 if I don't get hit first. But I want to finish working on the bike here soon because I'm starting to run out of shade with the sun getting a little higher in the sky, and I don't really feel like cooking out in the parking lot. So it's about 3:15 on Sunday afternoon, local time here in Colorado. I didn't totally finish like that impromptu back in the garage video. Sorry about that. We'll probably do a proper one here at some point on how to replace that fuel pump. But I want to show you kind of like what I've got done here. And yeah, anyway, let me show you. I got my toolkit here. I did recognize there was one thing I was missing, which has been added in, but it's actually on the bike right now. It's an 8mm hex. Over here, and by the way, my room smells like gasoline right now, is the fuel pump all disassembled. You've got the pump itself. You have the assembly that goes on the tank, one of your filters that pops down in here, the other fuel filter here, the fuel rail here. You've got some of the brackets sitting over here with some of the bolts and stuff. Got it all disassembled so it's ready to go. When I get the new parts in, I can just pop it all back together. But that's what a disassembled KTM 1290 fuel pump looks like. Yeah, got some brake cleaner earlier. Anyway, over here I got my crash bar and the bolt that goes through on it. Got some dielectric grease and some gasket sealer in case I need it. Looks like your normal hotel room. And then sitting out there in the parking lot are our bikes. Now I went ahead and stuffed a rag up inside my fuel tank there. That way nothing gets in there since there's no fuel pump. But guess we're going to be another day or two. In the meantime, I'm going to dump footage from the last couple of days onto the computer, so that's all backed up. My sister's down in the fitness center right now getting a workout in. We're doing a little bit of laundry tonight, a little early, but it just kind of makes sense at this point. Just got off FaceTime with Brian, who called to see how everything's going. Again, it's Sunday. I'm hoping worst case scenario is Tuesday I have a fuel pump. It just depends on what time, and we'll get that slept back into the bike, and I might have to reroute some things. I still am holding out hope that I may get one tomorrow, but I won't know until I call the place in the morning. You guys have been a huge help, all the leads coming through and stuff, so greatly appreciate that. Like I said, I'm just going to hang out here for a little while, get some footage dumped, do a little more research. I think I mentioned this earlier. I could MacGyver something and make it work, but I just need to make 100% certain that it's actually going to work before I go procure those parts, which are only about 2 miles down the road. So stay tuned. We'll see. Waking up here on a Monday morning in Pueblo, Colorado again. We're gonna walk down here to the river walk. I got a couple of calls to make this morning, see if I can get a fuel pump here today or maybe early tomorrow morning. Otherwise, I have one arriving later in the day tomorrow, but the earlier we can get on the road, the better off. So anyway, we'll go down here and check some stuff out and hang out in Pueblo at least one more day. So it's Tuesday, August 18th. I got an update early this morning. Fuel pump has arrived at the local post office. Talked to the front desk. We're supposed to check out of here at noon. They said they can definitely extend late checkout until 1. Mail doesn't arrive. I'm having it shipped here to the hotel. Mail doesn't arrive until about 3, but they're going to check with the manager, see if they can get us a little bit of extended stay. No big deal. We can hang out down in the lobby if we need to. I still have the fuel pump torn apart here on the desk. If I get kicked out of the room before then, I'll just find a new workspace down in the lobby somewhere. If everything goes as planned, fuel pump arrives, which it should. It's on the post office truck right now. Should have that assembled in about 10-15 minutes. Back on the bike in probably another 15 to 20. And with any luck, you know, we can be on the road by about 4 or 5 at the latest tonight. I think the idea is we're going to knock out between 100, 150 miles, if at all possible. We have had to reroute the trip. I'll explain that later. But we are still going to get to do most things. We're just going to be back a couple of days late. So anyway, that's where we stand. I'm packing things up. My sister's packing things up. We'll probably start loading stuff on the bikes here soon, and just leave out the bare essentials we need in order to repair my bike and get back on the road. So anyway, catch you guys here in a little bit. So just got a call from the front desk. Got the Quantum fuel pump in. Gonna get it assembled and get it back on the bike. Obviously, I'm pretty excited. So didn't do a lot of filming simply because I wanted to get this fuel pump back on. Got it back on. There's one bolt on the crash bar where it goes through on the skid plate. I did not get back in. I think it's kind of a pain in the butt, but it's not going anywhere. Plan is to get up to Aurora tonight. Everything seems okay on the bike right now, but the only way to really find out is to get it on the road. But I'm just happy to be back on it. So we're gonna stop here at the fuel station real quick before leaving Pueblo. Ags wants to top her tank off, and we'll be back on the road. Nothing real exciting riding tonight. Probably just hitting up the slab. Alright, so made it into Aurora tonight. We only rode about 120 miles. Just want to make sure the bike was running good. It's running great. It's a little smoky. You can smell it, right? Because the wildfires aren't too far away. We just got cleaned up. We're going to head over to Ted's, get something to eat, and then come back here, throw the covers on the bike after we clean them off a little bit, and throw a little bit of lube on the chain and get some rest. Hopefully I don't get run over right now. Alright, so good meal at Ted's. We're going to walk back over, get a little lube on the chains, get the bikes cleaned up, covered up, and get up to the room, rest up.